Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Aussie Formula Racing Season 6, Round 6 from Albert Park, Melbourne, Australia. Apologies for the technical difficulties a bit earlier. I've tweaked some settings, so hopefully we won't have any further stuttering. Can tell you it is raining in qualifying. Looks like intermediate conditions at the moment. We will have Bandcamp joining us in a little bit in the commentary box to provide us with a race weather forecast as well. So here, 5.3 kilometre circuit around Albert Park Lake 3 DRS zones, I believe. I think I said 2 a bit earlier. And we've got our 16 corners here. Pretty action-packed race we had last season. Turn 1, Skins completely missing his braking point. Turn 1, ran into the back of the Ferrari of Keeper, sending them both around. Ferrari breaking his front wing on the wall. We had a nice little battle. Turns 1 to 4. We had L-Jam taking a little bit too much grass. Turn 1, broke some wing. Zudix also touched the grass and had a pretty bad run into turn 3, and Pondon in his Renault capitalised, gaining 2 positions there on that straight. Ran a bit deep into turn 3. And Zudix ran very wide at turn 4, and Pondon solidified the position. Turn 5, Jacob Meister ran a bit wide in the exit curb, nearly caught it but overcorrected, straight into the wall, lost his wheel. It's a very tricky corner, and in this qualifying session it's going to be even worse with these pretty bad conditions. Turn 9, we had Skins trying to pass Keeper. Went a bit deep under braking, and Keeper perfected his switchback and retained a position on the run around 10-10. Turn 12, infamous corner here at Albert Park. Scarsoul's taking too much curb on the inside, ran wide on the outside, lost it on the grass, spun in and hit the wall and DNF'd. So we're going to have to watch that one during the qualifying session and the race. Drivers need to make sure that they're pretty careful on their entry. It's a pretty harsh corner to get wrong. And of course we had turn 15, Simdogger getting it all wrong, hitting the back of Stars. This was a battle for the effective lead of the race. And Simdogger doing the right thing there and redressing the position, got right out of the throttle, much like Mostert did this morning in the V8s. Alright, switching over to our coverage. Lights is the first one on a lap at the moment. Let's bring up our track map. We're good to go. Of course, everyone on the intermediate tyres at the moment. Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like Ferrari's made a bit of a mistake coming out of the final turn to start their lap. And I'm joined by Bandcamp. How are you?
Hello. Yes, I'm pretty good after my first points finish for the season.
Yeah,
Thank
congratulations. Very well done. Yeah, you've got some fans in the chat as well, Mr. Silver Tonsils.
Yes.
Yeah, you've had a lot of compliments come your way. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I do what I can, mate.
Yeah.
I do what I can.
I do what I can, yeah. Alright, anyway, so we're wet qualifying. Any news for the race?
Apparently it's going to be all dry.
Okay. So we'll see what happens in this qualifying session, whether they're going to put a few people out of position, I think. Currently, Lights on his first flying lap. It's the first person who should come across the line, I believe. I expect them all to be running a bit of extra fuel just to get a bit of rhythm. Comes across the line with a 134.4. So we saw in Tier 1, I believe it was a 118.8 was our pole position. So you see 16 seconds off that pace at the moment.
Yeah, and it looks a little bit greasy out there at the moment. I know it's raining, but it kind of almost looks like it's at a crossover period almost. And it's very, very slippy around here in those conditions, even on the intermediate tyre.
Yeah, we'll take a bit of time for a bit of a dry line to form. We do see a little bit of track evolution in the F1 games as well, so yeah, expect it to become a little bit easier to drive throughout the session, but yeah, those first few laps, you really just want to get a time on the board. You don't want to be DNFing and starting at the back because you pushed a little bit too hard too early.
And generally speaking, drivers go out with a few laps of fuel in when it's a wet qualifying, to get their eye in and work out where the line is, the fast line is, and get comfortable with the conditions. So I'm imagining, yeah, they'll stay out for some time and the laps will just keep on dropping.
Absolutely, we got a Ferrari off the track at turn 13, 14, I think that is. 13. Just ran a bit wide at the end of the straight. So we've had a few times come in so far. Baitmate's currently provisional pole with 133.1, Skins 33.2, Combat 33.5, Quantum 33.8. And everyone else setting times in the 34s, a few, we've got Mickey in the 35s and a few 37s and 150 for Nut. So there's a bit of time to find there. Just so you get acclimatised to the conditions. So I'm board with Jacob Meister at the moment, who looks like he invalidated his first lap, but he's going again. Apparently hasn't done much practice this week, bought an Xbox. Said to us in the coverage a bit earlier, but probably sandbagging as well. He's put it on the front row, I think, nearly every race so far this season.
He has indeed.
Pretty tight.
So the Renault... sorry, I was just going to say the Renault's quickly up to speed in first and third at the moment. There's a bit of a gap to fourth down.
Pondon has asked the 8-ball Mika podium, and the 8-ball says sure, but don't think we want to see that. Jacob Meister, definitely not sandbagging. Sets a 133.1 in his first valid lap. And he's 3,000ths of a second quicker than Baitmate, so very competitive times there. Jump down old mate Conrad on an outlap at the moment. A little bit before he starts. The traffic behind him. Mercedes a keeper. Oh, he nearly loses it. Oh, bit loosey-goosey there. Oh, as the Red Bull goes off the track.
Might be getting out of the way.
Yeah, well, the Mercedes comes in anyway. Mr. Spicer continues on, so we'll do a lap with him.
So Skins has gone quickest with a 32.5, half a second quicker than his teammate. Renault currently locking out the front row.
Well, as Mr. Spicer invalidates, yeah, we'll start to see these guys push a bit harder now. Pretty much everyone's set a banker time. We have Wingman and Decelerate going out again.
I believe I got my one and only warning at that very corner, so it's very easy to get warnings around here and run just that little bit too wide.
Just thought you'd slide that one in there, did you?
Yeah, you know, gotta mention those kind of things, you know. But it is definitely easy just to run a fraction too wide or cut a little bit too much around Melbourne and invalidate your lap, especially in these conditions.
We saw as well during qualifying in Tier 1 that you can actually run a bit wide at some of the corners, and as long as the game can recognise that you've lost time by going off track, you tend not to invalidate. So jump up to Decelerate, who's in the Ferrari tonight, filling in.
Been a while since he's been on the grid.
Yeah, so he's currently 19th, hasn't set a time yet. I think he ran off the track in sector 3 on his first run, so always locks up coming into turn 3. Having to lift a lot in turn 5. Pretty conservative, going through 6 and 7. Run into 9. Or big lock up again, takes a lot of curb on the entry. Pretty good exit though, it runs right up to the wall. Turn 10. Flicks it into 11, takes a lot of curb. Into 12. Ooh, big slide, but keeps it together. Carries its speed all the way down to turn 12, 13. I mean, that one.
Into the back straight.
Yep, and around 14. And into 15, another lock-up. Some brake bias tweaks that he could do. Let's sort that out. Oh, he has a big snap. Oversteer mid-corner of turn 16. Comes across the line. It's a 134.022, so a bit off the pace, but yeah, a few mistakes were made during that lap, which I'm sure he'll iron out in the next couple of runs.
Also, drivers will be running their dry setups as well, so the cars aren't really suited for these conditions.
Absolutely, we'll jump aboard with Batemate, who's just in front of Decelerate there. He's currently on a flying lap, just coming to the end of Sector 1 now. And he's just up on his time by about 0.04 of a second, so that will clear him of Jacob. And he needs to find a little bit more time to get in front of Lights as well, who's in P5 with a 133.035. Staying out of the way. Comes through turn 10. Pretty conservative in 11 and 12. Very wide at 14. And a bit deep at 15. Has to get right out of the throttle. It's been taking a lot of curb on this lap. He's across the line now, and he's backed out before he crosses the line. I don't think he knew he wasn't unless he's run out of fuel. There's no indicator, but I think yeah, he gave up on that one pretty early in the piece.
Hero's currently on a lap as well, on his first time lap. Coming into turn 14 now. It's looked like a pretty decent lap. Pretty controlled. Jacobmeister with the new fastest lap of 131.9.
Hero goes P2 with 132.531, just 200 of a second quicker than Skins. Just
So,
also on a lap at the moment.
Times are definitely coming down now.
Skins validates to turn 11. Lap is done. On board with Decelerate. He's almost finished his second flyer.
I think Conrod's about to set his first time lap as well. Coming around the final corner now.
Ooh, Decelerate nearly loses it at turn 16. Customer's line, 132.7, moves up to 14th place.
So all drivers have now set a time.
Yeah,
We have 4 minutes left.
1 second covering the top 4 positions, 5 positions now, maybe 6.
2 seconds covers the top 16.
Yeah, a fair bit of spread after those top 2 positions.
Sorry, 18 now.
Hello to PRL Hoppy from Germany. Say hi to my sister, please. Coming into turn 13. It's a pretty tidy nut, but it's down in P18 at the moment, 133.9. Shout out to Spudhead as well in the UK. Nut jumps up to 13th with 133.5, so the driver's starting to get a bit of a handle on the conditions at the moment. Looks like the track's a bit easy to drive on.
Yeah, I think it's actually eased up raining at the moment.
Hero's nearly 3/10 up on his time. Purple through sector 2. This will not put him on provisional pole, but let's see how his final sector goes. Pretty tidy. Bit of oversteer in 14. Locks it in 15. Keeps it together, doesn't run too deep. Short shifting up to 4th to keep control of the revs. Comes through 16. On the throttle. Oh, he lost some time there. He lost about 3/10 in that final sector. So he did a 132.4. Still half a second short of Jacob, Mr. I didn't practice. Sure, we believe you.
Well, he is in the pink Mercedes.
Exactly, yeah, you don't have to be that good to do well on that car.
Yeah. Well, you know, sandbagging is their forte, as we saw in pre-season this year.
Combat's not going for a run this time around, so down and see how Sachs is doing. He's currently in P6 with 132.9.
Ooh, Nut jumps up into
Oh, P6. That was a great lap from Nut.
Yeah, 132.8. And he's lost it on the exit of turn 2.
Oh, Mickey has retired. Looks like he's crashed the exit of turn 12.
Yeah, on the exit of the fast chicken.
Yeah, it's a treacherous corner in the dry, let alone in the wet. We saw the preamble for Tier 1 a bit earlier this evening. Horrendous accident that Pepsi had there. Got some good hang time.
Got a few lads from the UK. Good morning, boys. Or girls.
Yeah, hi to Momo. And Lewis America as well. Saxo comes around the final corner, turn 16. Pretty tidy lap. Let's see if we can improve. And, 200th of a second slower. So, unfortunately, he does come across the line just in time. We'll see. I think Skins may just miss the line here. Yep, checkered flag before he crosses the line, and he's backed out. Yep. That's it. Let's see who is on a lap. We've got a Williams about to cross the line. I think it's Mr. Spicer. Yeah, Mr. Spicer goes P7, 32.8. Jumping back, we've got the Renault Combat Rat next.
He improves.
132.1. Batemate goes P5 with a 132.3. Got the pink Mercedes of... That's Jacob Meister, 132.978. So he's behind Hero, who's done a 131.942. And Cypher comes across the line, unable to improve to 132.985. We've got Hero himself coming across the line. Can't improve. Got an Alpha Carry of Lights, losing it across the line. And we've got Keeper, 133.1 as DNF to cross the line. In true Keeper form. We're going to check Mika now. Doesn't look like he's improving. No, slow lap that one. McLaren, a quantum effect. Great time for 132.044, and we've got the Ferrari of Saxon just came across the line. There we go. And Wingman goes P4, so starting alongside his teammate now with 132.1.
Ooh.
And we have, I think that's everyone. We're just waiting on Ali to retire. Bit of a surprise, Ali all the way down in 17th.
Yeah, obviously his setup may not be suiting these conditions, but hopefully he can turn that around in the race. But the McLaren boys pushing Combat out of the top 3 there and off the second row of the grid.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Hero on pole with 131.942. Jacob Meister just 3.6 hundredths of a second behind him in P2. Quantum Effect P3 with 132.044 starting alongside his teammate Wingman. Now we've got Combat, who's just 13 thousandths of a second behind Wingman there in P5, followed by Baitmate of the Williams and Skins of the Renault being split. And we've got Lights, Mr. Spicer. We've got Nut rounding out the top 10. We've got Mika, Saxo, Psycho, Deliberate, Keeper, Mickey, and I missed the rest of them. We'll see them in a moment. So it'll be interesting to see what strategy. Everyone can choose whichever tire they want, unlike T1 earlier. So because it was a wet qualifying, they have free choice. And interestingly, in T1, no one outside of the top 10 opted for the soft tire. So will we see anyone try and start with it today for Tier 2?
I think we might, actually, because there might be some drivers further back that, like Ali, for instance, that might really want to get some positions made up quite early. But yeah, I think we might see the majority of drivers starting on the medium or hard. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who goes on for what. Jacob might want to start on those softs, get those out of the way, break away from the pack.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It looked like only the people who were confident that they could make the mediums last opted for the soft medium strategy. Most seeming to go for the soft hards, pitting around about lap 9 when the softs drop off. So
yeah,
be interesting to see how they go.
The mediums aren't very fun when they're on 70-odd%. I can tell you that much.
And you're going backwards through the field like a certain Renault driver.
Hey, sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry, did I not get points?
Thanks to Momo and Cat for following. Thanks, guys, for your support. All right, we do have some soft runners. In fact, quite a few. Let's have a look here. Okay, so we have... Let me just bring up... that away. And that's fine. All right, so we got Hero starting on the mediums from pole position. We got Jacob, Quantum, and Wingman starting on the softs. Combat, Baitmate on the medium, Skins on the hard. Lights on the softs, Mr. Spicer on the medium, Nut on the softs, Mika, Saxa, Psycho on the mediums, Accelerate and Keeper on the softs, Mickey, Ali, King J on the mediums, Vasa on the soft, and Conrad at the back on the medium tyre. So, mixing up a little bit. Skin's the only one on the hard tyre. It's an interesting one. Psycho and Accelerate come together on the formation lap, and back to the grid they go. So they'll be on some pretty cold tyres at the start. So
that's going to be bad, double bad for Psycho there on the mediums.
Absolutely, and Decelerate not going to have those softs up to temperature is going to make it a bit tricky to make some gains on those quicker tyres.
It's going to be really interesting to see how Skins goes, because he's got medium runners in front of him and a soft runner right behind him. So he's going to be under a fair bit of pressure right from the get-go, I think. Maybe a couple laps in, he might start to find his groove, but yeah, there's a big performance gap there, I believe, so we'll have to wait and see. Also, Jacob's going to have the upper hand starting on the soft tyre compared to Hero on the medium. So it's going to be an interesting run down into turn 1, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. As you were saying, that AWS Insights popped up. So yeah, the one-stop strategy, you're looking to pit around about lap 10. Is roughly how long the softs will last. These are going to be brand new softs, so you may be able to stretch them to 11 or 12. And the longer you can do that, the better your chances on the medium tyre to the end will be. As drivers are forming up on the grid, go through the ghosted car of Psycho, who's going to have ice-cold tyres. And just wait for the last couple to form up. Alright, as the lights come on. Any second, there we go. So lights coming on now. And they're off. So good stuff in the AlphaTauri from the 4th row. Jumps to the middle. Spread a little bit at the back. Looks like Hero's still in front though. Sweeps around in front of Jacob Meister. And he gets it done. Looks like Combat's made gains on Baitmate, who's gone backwards a little bit. Looks like they're pretty clean through turn 2. The Mercedes has gone into the wall though a little bit further back. I think that was Nut who ran a bit off the track there. And we've got quite a few ghosting cars at the moment. A bit of contact to the Ferrari there, getting squeezed between 2 Williams drivers. Still a little bit further back. The Accelerate getting hassled a bit. We've got a Williams on the wall. That's Mr. Spicer.
Oh no.
Turn 4. Not sure if there was some contact there, but yeah, he's gone in, and what's that? A Mercedes?
Oh, yeah, Keeper's really lagging at the moment.
Is that Nut? I think that might be Nut.
No, I think it's Keeper. Yeah, it's definitely Keeper.
So come through. Oh, the AlphaTauri's round. Sorry, that's Racing Point. Jacob Meister has gone around. He's gone around at turn 12.
Oh, no.
And he's in the sand trap. I don't think he's got any damage, but he has dropped all the way to the back of the field now. Yeah, no damage, but yeah, Conrod's just about to pass him now, so I think he did that on his own. Looked like he lit it up on the exit curb. And probably fortunately...
Don't see any front wing damage.
No, fortunately for him, it looked like he spun towards the outside of the track rather than the inside and avoided hitting that wall. So Hero currently leads from Wingman and Quantum. Lights in 4th, Combat and Skins 5th and 6th. Nut had some pretty good gains there. It's up 3 positions. Lights up 4 positions as well. Keeper up 5 to P10. Vasa up 6 to P13. And you got Jacob down 16 positions. Pretty horrible start from him.
Skins doing really well on those hard tyres at the start here. He's even gained a place, so props to him.
Yeah, once we're up to temperature, they're going to be pretty on par with the medium tyre. Yeah, Keeper's got some connection issues. I think he's ghosting through a few of the cars, so avoid him for the moment. So apparently Jacob and Wingman touched in 11 and 12, so I'm sure that'll be looked at after the race. So we've got another yellow flag, I believe, sector 2. Let's see anything. Oh, we've got the Mercedes of Keeper has gone round at turn 11. Oh, turn 10, sorry. So yeah, it's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, there may have been some lag issues there.
Wingman's closed right up on the back of Hero. Hasn't got DRS yet. He sets the fastest lap of the race, 124.5.
So DRS is now enabled.
Stars have got it yet, so have to wait a little bit further on in the race. Another yellow flag while the Red Bulls is round. That's Ali. Ali has gone round at turn 2.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That is not good.
His rears, wing looks intact, but yeah, looks like he was alongside someone else at the same time, but yeah, that's really unfortunate for him after poor qualifying. Oh, we've got the Renault of Combat having a go at lights through turn 8. The side by side and the run into 9. Goes for pretty cleanly. And looks like Renault's just in front. Combat Rat has got the run on him. Still a little bit of overlap. I don't think that's a good move. They go side by side through 11. And Renault's in front at 12. But he had to lift a little bit. He had a compromised line, had to go across the curb, which is going to hurt him on the run into turn 13. Renault's still in front. The AlphaTauri tries around the outside. He's on those fresher soft tyres. He's going to have more grip. They're still side by side. Renault looked like he got pretty squeezed onto the curb there and had to get right out of it to avoid contact. And it looks like the Williams as well of Baitmates getting right in on this on Skins as well.
Oh, no,
Combat's gone round. Final corner. You know, just caught that in the background. He's lost some wing as well. Oh, there he is. He's dropping all the way back through the field now.
And he'll probably have to pit this lap. He's missing his right end plate.
On the meter tyre as well. It's going to mess his strategy up quite a bit. Hero's closing in on the back of Wingman as well. Runs very wide on the exit of turn 5. Lucky to keep control of the car there. Quantum effect also right on the back of Hero. See if the two McLaren drivers are going to work together. Try and get some position.
So you've got the top 3, then there's a bit of a gap back to lights, and then you have Skins on the hard tyre right behind him. So Skins is looking pretty at the moment.
Absolutely, his lights runs a bit deep, and basically everyone behind's followed as well. They all braked at the same point.
Ooh, Light's getting a bit out of shape there.
Yeah, he's starting to feel the pressure of all the cars behind him, but it looks like Baitmate's had a better exit than Skins, and all those medium tyres as well. He should have a better run. Thank you for the follow, 33 Liam. Baitmate has a look into turn 1, thinks better of it. And yeah, the Renault of Combat Rat has come into the pits now, has to do a full lap with a broken wing. The Renault of his teammate Skins runs very wide at the exit of turn 2. And Williams has a go at Renault into turn 3. Can't quite get it done. Is he going to get squeezed out? He does. Get pushed right out onto the curb. Still thinks about sticking the nose in, but Skins holds position. Now the Mercedes of Nut also having slip up. We've got look like a... Oh, that was the Haas of Mika's gone around. He's lost his wing between turns 5 and 6. Just caught that in the background. He's gone off the track now at turn 6. And yeah, he's got practically no wing left. It's very unfortunate. Just lost it on the AstroTurf, I think, in the exit of turn 5. It's a real shame for him. He's in a great position. Back up with Lights now. Just half a second in front of Skins.
They are bleeding time to the top 3 at the moment. 2 seconds on this lap alone due to the fighting.
Yeah, Lights again running very deep at turn 13. Touching the grass. We've got a yellow flag for the back at turn 12. Not sure if someone's run a bit wide or cut the chicane there. It might have been Mika cutting the chicane because of his wing damage.
So Lights is really helping himself by getting a good exit out of the final corner.
Yeah, you definitely expect that with those soft tyres to get that run, but he is holding up the others in the slower corners. We've got the Williams again making a move on the Renault. It's much earlier this time. He should be able to get it done. There's a bit of banging wheels there. As the Williams thinks about going for the Alpha Tauri as well. Now the Mercedes of Nut having a sniff, gets forced off the track, and the Renault's in the wall. The Renault is in the wall.
I think he got a tap from Nut there.
Yeah.
It may have been lag, but that definitely did not look like a self-inflicted wound there.
Yeah, definitely got touched by Nut. And yeah, they both went onto the grass. So it looked like the Renault actually squeezed him a bit too much. Oh, we've got the Williams of Mr. Spicer having got the Alfa Romeo. Oh, look at that. Oh, Mickey. I think it was Mickey. Or was it King J? Just went straight through the middle of them. Now there's a 3-way battle going on the run into turn 8. And the Williams of Mr. Spicer.
I think somebody else lost some more wing there as well.
2 Alfa Romeos going side by side. Oh, that was an absolutely amazing display from those guys. Just going to jump a little bit further up. Baitmate's getting very aggressive on the back of Lights, who again runs so deep at that corner, and I think that may cost him this time around. The Williams go side by side for turn 14. Very late on the brakes from the Williams. The AlphaTauri's got to give him space, and he gets the move done. And he's had a better line through 16 as well. And I'm just going to have a look at this replay. We did have a really good perspective of that little incident between Skins and Nut. So we had Baitmate go very early into turn 3. The Renault was compromised, and Nut chucked his nose in, and it looked like the Renault had come across, and I think there was a little bit of lag involved there. It's very unfortunate, but yeah, Nut just had his nose in, and I don't think Skins realised went across in front of Nut, and they just stuck together, and that sent the Renault into the wall.
And I think the incident with the Alfa Romeos and the Williams of Skins and Mr. Spicer, he also picked up some wing damage there to Mr. Spicer, so he had to pit, and I believe he picked up a speeding in pit lane as well.
Oh, that's a real shame. Thanks for the follow. Loves a good lunge. Quite appropriate name given what we just saw from Baitmate, but he did it very cleanly and got the move done. He's now up into P4, 11 seconds behind Quantum Effect. So got a bit of work to do, but he's definitely showing a lot of pace at the moment. Going to jump a bit
Sachs are going for the move on Lights down the inside.
Oh, Lights got squeezed very hard up onto the curb, but holds position.
He's doing a great job at keeping these guys behind at the moment. Oh, it's not. He's
right up onto the grass.
The back of the Ferrari.
He went up onto the grass to avoid the contact there, but Lights still holding on. But he's already lost 2 seconds on the back of Baitmate on those medium tyres. I think his softs are starting to go off. Oh, a bit of blocking there. I don't think Sachs will appreciate that too much. Thanks for the follow, PRL Hoffy. I think he's done here. He takes the inside line pretty early to try and defend. The Ferrari takes the racing line, tries around the outside of turn 3. And the Ferrari looks like he's got it done pretty comfortably. And just behind as well, we've got Nut and Decelerate going side by side as well through turn 4. And 5 as well. Nut going right out onto the AstroTurf and holds position in front of the Ferrari, but he's still got the inside line for the next corner, but no, he backs out. And Nut holds position.
Oh no, he's lost it. Nut has spun.
Oh yeah, there he is, goes back across the track. Oh, that's static camera.
He lost it on the exit.
That static camera at that corner is atrocious. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Nut. He was doing really well. Thanks for the follow, Quin70. Or Quinto, I think that's probably is. And Lucas, 0637. Thank you guys. I'm just watching Saxon now. Looks like he's got the pace to stay in front of lights there. He keeps running deep at that corner, and that's only going to help Saxon pull further away. He's now to 2.5 seconds. Oh, sorry, now to a second. He's 2.5 seconds behind Batemate. It looks like he's not really closing up on Quantum Effect, and Lights had a terrible exit there out of turn 15. Looks like Decelerate's under more pressure from Jacob Meister, who's done pretty well to come back up to 7th place as we've got Quantum Effect coming into the pits. Looks like he realised he didn't have the pace to catch the leaders, so thought he'd go for the undercut, straight onto the hard tyres. Got Jacob Meister moving on to Zelerate now. Gets it done pretty cleanly, and he is in front. He got Psycho just behind as well.
So I'll just quickly go through the penalties. Everybody is on 3 seconds except for Mr. Spicer, who is currently on 8 seconds. But I believe he may get 5 off if he stops again for a serving at 5 second penalty.
Absolutely. Jacob Meister now all over the back of Lights, who looks like he's really starting to struggle on those soft tyres. Almost at that point where he'd be looking to come into pits. Nearly loses rear at the exit of turn 12. Takes the inside line to defend on the run into 13. Jacob Meister just hangs it on the racing line and turns across in front of the AlphaTauri and gets the move done pretty comfortably. Got a little battle. Hero right on the back of Wingman, whose tyres look like they've gone off. Comes through turn 2. He's so close behind. He should get the move done on the run into turn 3. He's just a little bit too far, but
gets right up to his gearbox
McLaren
there.
had to brake so early because of his fading soft tyres. Hero, yeah, nearly ran out the back of him. Hero looks like he's got a lot more pace at the moment. Those medium tyres got a lot more life in them left. He's going to jump down a bit further. Looks like Combat Rat's making a move on Conrod and gets it done pretty comfortably. The field's pretty close together. We've got Lights coming out of the pits on those hard tyres down in 15th after being pretty high up there. I think it was 4th or 5th before he came into the pits.
I wonder if we're going to see Wingman come in now. It is lap 10 after all.
Decelerator defending pretty hard from Jacob Meister, come through the 11 and 12.
Stays out. Well, I guess they do have a lead of 14 seconds at the moment.
Yeah, AWS Insight says the pit window is now open for the hard tyre.
For the soft-medium strategy?
No, it reckons that it's a 2-stop for the soft-medium.
Oh,
so
really?
It's a soft-medium, so AWS reckons. As Hero on the inside of the McLaren into turn 3. He almost got it done. No, the McLaren's still in there on the inside. The Haas, just too much grip on the outside, gets it done. Yeah, Pondon agreed. Definitely looks like Wingman's trying to stay out as long as he can to get on the medium tyre. Yes, Noodle, this is our home Grand Prix for most of us. We do have some New Zealanders in AFR, so unfortunately they don't have a Formula 1 Grand Prix, but they do have their own one, which they held, I think it was last month, won by Shane Van Gisbergen, who did a pit lane to first challenge, and yeah, did very well. Thanks for the follow as well. So Psycho closing up on the back of Decelerator, but he's not quite got the pace to get past him just yet. So he comes through turn 12.
Wingman stays out another lap.
Yeah, I think he'll pit at the end of 11. Sorry, at the end of 12.
Well, the softer compound is generally prone to puncture a bit easier, so not sure what his tyre wear is, but you might want to be careful.
They are brand new tyres, though. No one's qualified on these sets, so
yeah, that's
be
true.
able to get a little bit more life out of them. But yeah, he's going to be pushing it a bit far now. So some of the penalties starting to flow in now quite a bit. Just going to jump down to Mika, who's got Ali right behind him, right into turn 11. Still, they're just finding it so hard to get past.
Oh, Psycho and Decelerate having a close battle at the moment. Similar situation to what we had out the front, but Decelerate is still holding position at the moment on the soft tyres.
Yeah, so he's doing really well to keep Psycho behind. I think you can do it forever. Those softs are going to die pretty quickly. Got a yellow flag in turn 4. Looks like a Red Bull of Conrad has gone around. Or is that Ali? No, Conrad. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Mount. Lunchbox and...
The wingman has pulled the pin.
There we go, he's in. He's got bait, mate.
I wonder if Decelerate's going to do the same. He is. Decelerate is pitting. This releases Psycho into some clear air. And Quantum Effect, who pitted a fair bit earlier, is now back up into 6th place. Opting for the soft hard strategy.
Hero currently has a 15-second lead over Baitmate, who's also on the medium tyres. So there's about 22-second gap between Hero and Wingman at the moment, so it's about a pit stop in front. We're going to expect Hero to try and push till about lap 19 or 20 before he comes in and gets the soft tyres. I'd be very surprised if he jumps onto the hard tyres. Not a great tyre to race on, especially given Wingman's going to be going to the end on those mediums.
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow, Matt G3D. So we're going to jump down to, who's that? It's Wingman. Lights has retired from the session, turn 12. That's
oh no.
Turn 12.
He's lost it at the fast chicken and the safety car.
Full safety car, there we go.
Full safety car.
Just going to jump on with none. You can see it's right in the middle of the road, so you definitely need a safety car to get that out of the way. And yeah, turn 12 is absolutely lethal. Let's see who's just going to help out. Mickey, King J, Hero, Baitmate, all haven't pit yet. And they'll have to chuck on the hards if they're going to take advantage of the safety car, but I don't really see them having another option here. Yeah, have a few of them coming into the pits now. So we've got Mr. Spicer, Jacob Meister, and Skins all coming in. Expect they'll be going into fresh medium tyres if they have the extra set. But yeah, we'll be interested to see how this plays out. So the pole time, Matt, so it was a wet qualifying, so it was a 1:35, I think. But yeah, T1 earlier this evening was a 1:18.8. The Noodle, what's your guys' idea of the Jeddah street circuit? Well, the politics of it being in Saudi Arabia aside, I don't personally like the track layout. I think it's going to be very difficult to pass. Lots of high speed, twisting corners is going to be pretty hard to follow in these cars. With
Psycho spun.
Oh, Psycho spun. Has gone round. Psycho.
And he's lost a place to Decelerate there as well.
Under safety car.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
Why are you pushing that hard? That's just insane. Has he got any wing damage?
Well, he's going to have a Delta anyway, so I don't...
I mean, unless he's crossed the line... No, he's too far out, so he would have a Delta. So
He's just lost it.
Maybe he's just been changing settings or something in his HUD, and it's
Yeah. That is a very weird one.
Well, it looks like his wing's intact, and he's lost that one position to decelerate. It's possible maybe the colder hard tyres, he's just outbraked himself a little bit, but yeah, it's unfortunate for him. He should still get out in front of the Alfa Romeo and the Renault. Is he going to clear them? Yes, he just gets in front, so only the one position that he lost, but yeah, any more time there and he'd be 3 positions down. Yes, Band, what's your opinion on the Jeddah Street Circuit?
Oh, well, like you said, I don't see a lot of places for opportunity to overtake. You know, it's a street circuit with very little runoff. The walls are right there, and it's a pretty narrow track from what I've seen from the gameplay footage. But it could be different in real life. But it looks like very tight. Looks like it'll be enjoyable to drive, but I don't think that is going to mean we're going to see good racing, unfortunately.
Yeah, it might be a bit like Singapore, where it turns out to be more of a race of attrition and strategy than anything else. We don't often see a lot of passing on track there.
But then again, we don't know what will happen with these ground effect cars next season.
Yeah, I think 2022 definitely. It's a completely different car, and I think it will definitely be a very different. But this year, I'm not expecting much. I think, given how they struggle at Singapore, I imagine Vietnam would have been the same last year if they'd raced there in real life. We've seen that in even in the E-Series racing. Vietnam's pretty difficult to get past. It's very fun to drive, low grip as it is, but yeah, those street circuits, good fun, but not a...
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of the change.
Alfa Romeo of Mickey. Has he broken his end plate? No,
I think that was just a board that he hit.
Yeah, lucky, because his end plate looks exactly the same colour. And turn 12 is where lights went off. Unfortunately, it's a pretty dangerous corner. By the looks of it, he's lost it on the exit curb, and spun to the inside of the track. Crashed out, unfortunately, for lights.
I'm also going to say that I'm not a big fan of the changes that they're making to Albert Park. I mean, everybody that follows Formula One and knows Albert Park knows that it's difficult to overtake at the best of times.
Well, we've seen that tonight,
And they've just removed most of the current overtaking opportunities. Like the corner that they're coming up to now behind the safety car, the leaders, they've removed that. That's going to be flat. So, into the final sector, turn 1, I think is going to be a little bit different. So, it'll be interesting to see how it races, but I think they've made a mistake with those changes.
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully we'll get a Melbourne Grand Prix in November. So hopefully, we'll be able to see what it's like then and do a little bit better.
Well, we'll be trackside, that's for sure.
That's it, absolutely. We'll be there. I haven't seen if the safety car's coming in yet. We're still waiting for the Mercedes of Keeper and the Renault of Skins to catch up.
It'll do another lap. It'll be in the next lap, I believe.
Staying out for one more. Yep. Going around again. We'll wait for Mr. Skins to catch up.
11 laps of racing.
So let's have a quick look and see who pits. So we've got Hero, Batemate, Saxa, Psycho and Mickey, Nut as well. Looks like they pit. I think Jacob Meister and Mr. Spicer were on the right side of the pits when the safety car was called. So I think there's getting a bit of choppy frame rate again. Sorry.
King J did not stop, and he is on 16 lap old mediums. So, he's going to need to pit in 2 laps time. Surely.
Yeah, you'd think so. Sorry, I'm just.
I don't know what's happened there, but that I think is a big boo boo. Yes, he's up in P4, but it won't be for long.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he does have a couple of hard runners behind him, so yeah. But his medium's
Skins
probably
has come back into the pits as well.
Yeah, he chucked on a fresh set of softs, so he's going to catch up to the back of the safety car again. But yeah, King J hasn't picked yet, so that's
That's bizarre. I think
he's gonna have to come into the pits again in a couple of laps time. So he's just that's.
Well, he'll be running around with at least 60% wear. So it's definitely not going to be quick. I think I was in the 70s at this point. Safety car in this lap.
Safety car's in. He'll jump on board with Hero. Hopefully he knows the safety car procedure. Stream should hopefully be good now, guys. Let me know if it is not.
Yeah, I think it's fixed. Alright, so Hero backing up the pack at the moment. Now, they got to not go too early and be limited by the safety car.
I think he should be okay.
He should be okay from here.
He's gone now.
And he's gone. The McLaren's slow to react. Very, very slow.
Yeah, he's already pulled out a second and a half on them now.
Oh, and the other McLaren, Quantum Effect, struggling on the final corner, and he's opening himself up to an attack from King J. He's going for it into turn one.
Going for it. Oh, no, he's gone round. He's gone round.
I think there may have been contact there from
There was. I think it was on the. I think it was on the McLaren that he hit. I don't think.
He's also got overtake on still, so that's not going to help.
So we've got Jacob Meister a little bit further down, going side by side with Ali through turn 3. And Combat Rat is P9 on those fresh softs, all over the back of him. Skins is up to 17th on those softs as the Renault goes side by side with Mickey through turn 8 and takes the position into turn 9 as well. So great work from him. Run into the 11-12 chicane. Just going to jump a little bit further back. Mr. Spicer going around the outside. There's contact with the Red Bull. The Red Bull's gone around into the wall. He's into the wall. Oh, and he's come back onto the middle of the track as well and nearly got collected.
And Skins has gone off. He's gone off.
Oh, turn 12 as well. He's still in. Doesn't look like there's any damage. So his wing's intact, but those softs are going to be cooked now.
Oh, I can't believe they could lose a wheel there. Wow.
Batemate's got a massive run on Quantum Effect. McLaren trying to break the toe down the straight, but he manages to get the position. We got a yellow flag. It looks like Skins has gone around again. Well, Williams, a Batemate, gets the position into turn 1. He's moved up onto the podium. Jumping a little bit further back, looks like Mr. Spicer and Jacob Meister are right. Oh, we've got an Alfa Romeo. Nicky's gone around to turn 2 as well.
I just rejoined and saw the end of that. Oh, dear. It's all belly up for Alfa Romeo at this restart.
Absolutely. Just jumping back. Yeah, Ali's getting his wing fixed now. Conrad
makes his way past Mickey.
Behind. Oh, it's Mickey runs right off the track at turn 5.
Yeah, he's going to have to be careful. You don't have a lot of downforce with no front wing, my friend. And you don't want to be taking too much wall around here.
Definitely don't want to be taking too much wall in any track.
You have to be alert on a street circuit.
You do. Wise words from Julian Palmer. Got Mika, Jacob Meister jostling for position. Mr. Spicer as well is there. The Alfa Romeo of
Vasa and Keeper side by side.
So Williams and Mr. Spicer comes into the pits. That's unexpected. Jump back a little bit further. Nut having a look at Vasa into turn 1. Going to get it done before the braking zone. Yeah, it turns in nicely.
Fresher tyres and faster.
A bit further up, Combat Rat having a look at the Ferrari into turn 4. Oh, he's nearly lost it as well. I'm not sure what happened there. He's got some sort of issue.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Started accelerating, then stopped again, but he's got no wing damage. Just wonder if maybe he's had a spin and cooked the tyres, but yeah, that was very strange. Oh, we've got the two Ferraris line astern now. Decelerate on the medium tyre. Saxer in front on the hard tyre. Is there going to be some sort of command come through from the pit wall? I don't think so. Just going to have a look a little bit further back. Combat Rat on the back of Psycho. Run into turn 13. Can't quite get it done. Jump aboard with Hero for this lap. Currently got Wingman behind him by about 6/10. Doing pretty well to hold him off. It's on a hard tyre. Wingman's on the medium.
8 laps to go. So
Make making move from Jacob Meister into turn 1.
Both of these guys will be fine for tyre life till the end of the race. Wingman is definitely catching him though.
Yeah, it's less than half a second now, so we're about to come to the DRS zone.
So just quick update on the penalties. Everybody that has a penalty is on 3 seconds, except for Mr. Spicer and Conrad, both on 6.
Go. Full lap on board with our race leader Hero. Now, I was going to bring up that replay of the little incident we had a bit earlier at turn 11 and turn 12 between Combat Rat. There we go. It was Ali and Mr. Spicer. Yeah, it just looked like Mr. Spicer turned in on Ali and he went straight around, reversing back onto the track as well. A bit dangerous, but luckily he ghosted.
Nut has made the move on Jacob Meister, but Jacob Meister's coming back at him.
Yeah, just on board now. Jacob Meister very aggressively squeezing the racing... Oh, sorry, that was Nut squeezing the racing point against the grass. But Jacob Meister managed to stick it in there. Oh, Nut's not giving up yet. Jacob getting right out of the throttle, letting the Mercedes go through to avoid a collision. And he holds position. Oh, his Combat has an amazing exit out of turn 12. Goes steaming past Decelerate on the straight.
Oh, Jacob Meister's damaged his wing. He's missing his right end plate now.
Oh, we've got the Mercedes. Nut is out. Nut has retired.
Oh, no.
He's lost it.
Oh,
And we've got a safety car. Another safety car.
Another safety
We
car.
got
The
6
leaders
laps
have
to
already
go.
gone through.
Are they going to pit for softs? Surely Racing Point's going to pit for softs. And he does. Jacob Meister.
Well, he needs to pit for a new front wing, so this is going to help him a lot.
Who else? So we've got Racing Point double stacking. We've also got the Haas of Mika in the pits as well. We've got Barca and Conrad coming in. Oh, let's have a look at that. We just caught that as well in the foreground.
Combat is going to need to pit as well, you'd think, on 8-lap-old softs.
So we're just watching what happened here, and yeah, angle changed, and it just looked like Nut lost it on the exit curb at turn 13 and just went spearing straight into the wall. Very interesting to see what our race leaders do. Most of the grid now on the soft tyre. Psycho, the highest place with fresh ones, 9th place. Noodle, so we permit ABS braking and medium traction control as well. Some auto gears are permitted, but it does depend.
Full traction control's allowed.
Ah, right.
So yeah, the only assists that are banned is the braking assist, which is not to be confused with ABS, and pit entry and exit assists.
Race leaders are pitting. Hero, Wingman, and Baitmate all jumping on the soft tyre, and Hero comes out in front of Wingman. Quantum Effect staying out on the hard tyres. He's on 15 lap old hards. Decelerate on 11 lap old mediums.
Oh, and we also allow people to use auto as well. Someone asking for a Discord link. There should be one in the Twitch information.
Yeah, there'll be one in the description for the Twitch channel. I think the mod settings are blocking the links from the bot that is meant to post the link. So we'll get that sorted for the next stream. But yeah, the link should be in the description.
So I think we're going to have a similar end to the Tier 1 race with only a couple of laps of racing to finish it off. So a bit of a sprint to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think
Quantum and Decelerate did not stop.
neither did Keeper.
1 and 2.
Keeper doing some weird stuff behind the safety car. Looked like he gained a position then, and now he's lost it again to Wingman, so I think he's just teleporting a bit behind the safety car. So yeah, it's interesting. I think if Quantum Effect can keep the tyres warm and he can keep Decelerate behind him, he may have a chance of getting home the win, but Hero on those brand new softs.
I think, considering their position of where they were, it was probably worth the risk to stay out and just try and hold as many places as you can for the last 2 laps of racing.
Yeah, Pondit and Chat as well pointing out he doesn't have any penalties either, so even if the 3 behind him get past him, he just has to stay within 3 seconds with old hards. Yeah, well,
there is a big performance gap between used hards and fresh softs, so
very big.
It can be done, pulling out 3-6-second lead in 2 laps.
Well, we're staying out for another lap, so we'll have 4 laps of running to the end.
This has definitely helped out people like Skins, who's had a couple of incidents, and Ali back on the back of the pack.
Yeah, Skins almost in the top 10 again, so he's done very well out of all of this.
Conrad doing well currently in 15th. Considering he's, fresh into it again.
Keeper doesn't cause too many dramas there in P5. He's teleporting a bit.
Well, he was just telling us all before the race started how much he loves this game and the netcode in it. So,
absolutely. Codemaster's #1 fan there.
Yeah, safety car in this lap.
Jumping on board with Quantum Effect. See how the restart goes on these old hard tyres.
Thank you very much, Lunchbox, there in the chat. We do what we can to put on a good show. So Quantum Effect is essentially the safety car now.
I don't think he's done this much before. He's controlling the field at about 110 to 120. He's been a bit variable with his pace, which isn't really what you're meant to do. Here we go, turn 15. And he's gone.
And the Hero's all over the back of Decelerate.
Already.
All over him. Is he going to go for it into turn 1? He is going for it.
Oh,
he takes it, and he takes it as well. Wow, what a move there by Hero. There goes Quantum.
Wingman's going to go on him as well. Ferrari runs very deep.
Yeah, Wingman's going to have to wait a little bit longer.
get him on the run into turn 9. Goes on the outside. And I think he's got it done. Yeah, pretty easily there as well. Zorro's still in front of Wingman. So coming to the fast chicane.
Oh, keeper right in the thick of thing. And he's crashed on the main straight. That is, and he has no damage apparently.
Oh, keeper.
Oh, wow.
So Zorro is still in front of Wingman. Wingman had to think about going into it on the inside of turn 11, but quickly realised that was not a good idea. They should get him here on the run into turn 1. There's a much better exit. He's basically pushing him through the corner. Drag race into turn 1, and McLaren gets it done pretty comfortably. Hero's already 2 seconds in front of Quantum Effect. Haas of Mika, big dive on the racing point, makes contact as well, and now the Renault's sticking his nose in as well. Psycho down to P9 now.
I wonder if there's going to be any team orders down at McLaren. I mean, Wingman, it's in his name, Wingman.
Well, apparently
mate going for the move on decelerate.
Yeah, gets done pretty comfortably out of turn 9.
So, Quantum holding up a lot better than Decelerate at the moment.
Looks like Saxer and Decelerate have done the switcheroo.
Oh. Combat and Decelerate almost come together. That opens the door for Mika. Goes up the inside of Combat. It forces him onto the grass.
He nearly took out Psycho.
Holding up his teammate now, which is going to put him under a lot of pressure. The Alpha Tower is right behind them. Woo! Oh, side by side they go into turn 1.
Oh, the Renault's gone. The Renault's gone. The Renault's gone. Skins is out. Oh, that was a big accident. Skins losing it on the exit of turn 1.
Oh no, that's...
Oh, the Renault's gone as well.
King J's into the wall as well. What is going on here?
The words of Max Case, they're all gone. They're all gone.
They're all gone. Batemate getting past Quantum Effect for P3 at the moment.
Yeah, looks like the McLaren drivers did the switcheroo as well. Wingman going through on those fresh softs, but it's left him pretty vulnerable to Batemate. The Hero out to 5 seconds now.
Yeah, see now, Decelerate's getting to the place where he would have been better off stopping. He may end up out of the points at this rate. As we start the final lap now, DRS is enabled.
Psycho having to go on the Ferrari into turn 3. The Renault's trying to follow me through as well. Combat Rat right on the inside of the Ferrari, tucking in behind the racing point. Tries the outside of turn 4, but gets pushed out by the Ferrari.
Sacks are all over the back of Quantum Effect at the moment. Neither of them have penalties, so if he wants that 4th place, he has to make the move this lap.
Combat trying it around the outside of turn 11. He's still hanging around the outside of the Ferrari. The Ferrari gets right out of the throttle. Now the Racing Point's going to be having a look at him on the straight.
Oh, Sax is going for the move.
Wingman's gone. Wingman is gone.
Lost it.
Lost it on the exit of turn 13. Well. And now the Racing Point's having a look on the inside of the Ferrari, which was very deep. And there's the McLaren off to the inside of the wall. Exactly the same spot as Nat. And now the Ferrari's hangs around the outside of Vasa, who's trying to have a look into the final corners. Meanwhile, at the front, Hero comes across the finish line, followed by Batemate. Quantum Effect is the next one, going to be across the line. P3, Saxa, Psycho, Combat, Mika, Jacobmeister, Decelerate, Vasa. Ali jumps up to P8 with no penalties. And we got Mickey, Mr. Spicer, Conrad, and Keeper jumps up to 13th after penalties. And King J, oh, we'll wait for him to come across the line. Wow, what a finish to tier 2. I was going to bring out the replay that I snapped before. This was the one of the Renault of Skins DNFing at turn 2. Wow.
Well, that was absolutely mental.
Yeah, so it looked like he did it all on his own. He just lost the rear on the AstroTurf in the exit of turn 1 and just spat him around to the inside. A bit like Bottas during qualifying back in 2018, I think it was. Yeah, absolutely mental finish to that race there.
Conrad's on his roof on the main street.
I always see in the background there, we've got King J coming across the line. Oh yeah, we've got the Red Bull upside down. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Oh wow, what a finish though. What an absolute cracker into that race. And Ali picking up driver of the day.
And the race he had, he deserves it. He had bad qualifying. He had that incident at the start of the race that just put him to the back. And he still managed to, just pure consistent driving and a bit of luck, managed to come home with a decent points finish. So well done to him. Yeah, Hero taking the victory there. I think it was that Batemate in P2. Is that right? And then Combat Rat P3 on the podium. No, McLaren, not Renault. I've done a Murrayism. Oh no. Quantum Effect was P3 in the McLaren, and half a second behind him was Saxa, followed by Psycho, Combat, Mika, Ali, Jacob, Decelerate, and then outside of the points was Vasa, Mickey, Keeper, Mr. Spicer, Conrad, King J, Wingman, Skins, Nut, and Lights. Nut and Lights not finishing, unfortunately. And I think Skins still qualified because and Wingman as well classified because they did it in the last couple of laps, so they completed more than 75%. Whew. Alrighty, well I think that's pretty much it from us. We ran a bit late because of some connection issues at the start. So we got Friday night, we have the F2 Series 2020 cars. What track are they at, Bandcamp?
They will be at Silverstone this Friday.
Excellent. So please tune into that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to stream it last Friday. Hopefully, we will be able to stream that for you guys this Friday. Next Sunday for Tier 1 and Tier 2. Just bringing up the schedule now. Have a look at the calendar here. We're going to be at Suzuka, the Japanese Grand Prix, on the 28th of March. So that will be we'll be having a break after that, so make sure you tune into that for Tier 1 and Tier 2 from 7 PM Melbourne time.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. It's always a good race at Suzuka. Thank you everyone so much for the follows and the chats and for tuning in tonight. I've been Gus Rolls, this has been Bandcamp, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.